Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. If you need help with anything, check out findingvalue.com. That's where I dive deeper into all these topics and subjects, looking for investment opportunities and sharing them with everyone in the community. We do midweek updates. We do Q&A sessions on the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. And you can ask me questions directly through Zoom. Specials coupon code, you can use that for savings, 50% off the first month on a monthly membership and a larger discount on the yearly membership if you'd like to switch to the monthly to yearly. All right, let's see what's going on today, starting with the DXY. We got a little bit of strength today, up slightly on the dollar. Is this a inverted flag pattern or something where we had a little bit lower? We'll see. I'm remaining open here. The reason I'm remaining open is that we have short-term weakness in that circle there with some of the data that was released with the employment numbers. Longer term, though, this does look like we want to put a bounce in as we've broken to the upside of a falling wedge. So that's what we're looking. That's what we're monitoring. We are seeing some strength in yields. The 2 years up 1%. Again, I'm remaining open to see if there's follow through on this big selling pressure candlestick or not. We've got the 10-year up a teeny bit, but again, we're sitting on top of structures, which is bullish to go higher. And then the 30 years down as well, which is sitting on top of structures. So we're pulling back a little bit on the 30, flat on the 10, and up on the 2 year. Bond prices are up a teeny bit, and we're getting a little bit of momentum being generated in the very short term, with long-term momentum heading lower. So short term up a little bit, longer term it's down for sure. The 2 and the 10, we're getting some yield curve inversion today. We have broken out of this falling wedge to the upside. We did a retest, and is this going to reinvert? If it reinverts, then that means that we're kind of in that inflationary, market condition still. If it falls, which is possible, that's your slowdown recession, unemployment increasing, and people run into bonds when that generally occurs. So TYX, TNX ratio is down a little bit. You're not getting a ton of tailwinds behind gold with this going down and the dollar not really going anywhere. So I would suspect that gold's not going to do much. So gold was up $7.04 today, or $7.40, 60 cents, whatever it is. And we're back to resistance. We'll see if we can punch through that resistance. We've got silver up 1.3%. That's moving up a little bit, gaining a little bit of momentum. And I think silver looks really good on the long term. We're trying to break out, and I think we'll get a big run. So it's just taking a little bit of time to get up here. Platinum's down a little bit. Is this a inverted flag pattern where we head lower like this, like an ABC correction? It could be. It could be. But I'm not going to change my mind. I'm going to be long-term bullish on this, as I think the long term still looks excellent, even if we were to do something like that. Palladium's down 1% today, and we're a little bit below kind of some of the support level, the support line. You actually have a lot of support through here and a little bit below that. So we could pull back to this general area in here, $10.50 to $1,100. There's a lot more support down there, and that is a possibility to pull back there. XAU to gold ratio up quite favorably in the mining companies today. Big move higher, 2.7%. Look at this thing start to come off its bottom here. Looks really good. One of the things that you want to see is you want to make a newer high here. So think of this as like a double bottom, and now you're starting to break through that and work its way on up. It looks pretty solid here for this ratio. And we're coming from no man's cheaper than ever level down here. So gold and silver mining companies looking absolutely excellent against gold. GDX is up 2.77% today as we break through resistance. That looks fantastic. GDXJ is up 3%, and that's going to probably break through this resistance area too with time. And SILJ is obviously earlier in its move, up about 3%, but man, this thing is loading up. This is going to be one heck of a move, guys. It's going to be a fun move if we can get all the way up and start breaking out of this and using this as a launch pad to launch from. It looks incredible. Crude oil down 1.83% today. So we're seeing a little bit of selling pressure in crude oil still as it consolidates further in this corner is what I'll call it. And this is kind of what's happening longer term. Wave 1, wave 2, and you can see I have a fractal overlay on top of that. And that this is going to be kind of the end of this, and then we'll make a big move into what I think is going to be wave 3, that there. It won't be perfect. It may not match this perfectly, but I do think that this is coming. TTF gas is up 0.2%. Broken out of this little wedge. It could go a little bit lower here. We have some small little candlesticks. We could do something like this before heading higher. Nat gas up 2.32%. We have a little bit of a downtrend forming here. That's still in play. No reversal candlestick or anything. And this is a upward facing flag pattern. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up 0.77. Is there a little bit more downside? Small up candlesticks in the pullback. We could still pull back a little bit before heading higher. That is still a possibility. OYH up much larger today, 2.66%. We have these lows creeping higher. So that is positive. Longer term, though, it looks a little bit more ugly as we've broken out of this channel to the downside, kind of leaking out. And I do think that this is a function. This hole here is a function of a weaker dollar, potentially. And if they were to lower interest rates, you generally see weakness in the market when they do that, weakness in unemployment numbers and stuff. So we could still chop sideways or go a little bit lower before heading higher in the energy sectors. Newcastle coal futures chopping sideways down 0.17%. We have the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust down 0.4. So that's a little bloody nose, which is continuation pattern to move higher, sitting on top of this pattern. So everything looks good to go higher. Uranium is also chopping sideways. It's trying to put in a turn. The equities are up today. URA is up 2.38%. So people are positioning the equities, which is a good thing. This looks fantastic, guys. This thing looks so good from a longer term perspective here to rip. It looks really, really good. URANIUM is also ripping higher, 1.85%. And URNJ is up a little over 2% there, which is good. We're sitting on top of downtrends. So it took effort to get out of these. We can chop in sideways a little bit on top before I think we head higher. Nickel is up 0.75%. This looks good to try to work its way on up. It looks excellent here to work its way on up. Broken down trend line, and we're squeezing up on top of it, on top of support. Copper's down 1.33%. Little bit of selling pressure here. Now, could this go lower? Could something be wrong with the data that was released? Not wrong with the data, but people perceiving it as an economy that's weaker than what it really is. It could be. It could be. And we may have to wait a little bit for copper to find itself here and turn around. Might take some time. COPX is up 1.15. It seems like the equities and the positioning in equities doesn't care about that. It's almost pricing like we're going to go higher here. So what's right, the physical copper price or the mining companies? I would think that the mining companies lead what copper will do. So I still think that copper could could turn around. Lithium's up 1.7. This is putting in a squeezing wedge into a double bottom, and that's broken the upper trend line. So that looks good to go higher. REMX is doing the same thing. It's a squeeze over here into a wedge, double bottom, and then we are starting to break through this to make a higher high. So this is the beginning of an uptrend. Think of it that way. Iron ore down 0.8%. There we are today. And we've broken through the downtrend, so this looks good to try to work its way on up. Aluminum still hasn't broken through the 2650 area, which is where a lot of resistance is at. We want to get above. I'd say if we can clear 2800, that would get us clear of all of this stuff. Baltic Dry Index is down 2.38%, but again, I think we're going higher here given this bigger pattern. And we've broken to the upside. It just takes time to move where the entire move will take us. It's not going to do it in one day. Emerging markets are slightly higher and it still looks good. Working its way on up. MU still looks good. No change there. Nothing's broken in terms of patterns. Looks good to go higher. KRE, 0.34%. Still above support. Everything looks good to go higher. XHB is up 1.4, looks good to go higher. Again, so the whole thing here is when you put in like a bottom here and then you break up, I'm up the entire way until something changes. So I could be bullish on this it could be years if this is a true bottom pattern. For XHB and the rest. Russell 2000, we were up today. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Not a super strong candlestick. Whenever you fall faster than you come back up, let's generally roll over. We'll see if we get a rollover here or not. SPX, again, we could roll over here. And then the NASDAQ, again, we could roll over. This could be a rolling over pattern. Will we do something like that? So that's something to watch. That's what we're watching there. Dow Jones Transportation is at support, but again, look at how we fell. We fell like a rock, and we did it with speed, velocity. So it accelerated quickly, and it had a lot of velocity. What that means is there's a lot of force behind that move. Force equals mass times acceleration. Boom. Now we're going to come up. We're going to fight our way up, and we can roll over and roll over here. That is a possibility. So that's something I'd watch for. XLI down 0.2%. That one doesn't look as rolling over, but we'll continue to monitor it. SMCI down 1.6. We had a reversal candlestick here. So that's just pulling back a little bit. Another reversal candlestick today. NVIDIA down 0.97. That still looks okay at the moment. Bitcoin's down 0.84%. Now we'll see if this starts to roll over and start doing something like that. It looks a little bit weak, the way that this is positioned here. That's not a power position to go up. That's a weak position to go down. And I'll delete this upward trend back here. Ethereum's down 3.5%. This one still looks okay. It's still hanging in there at the moment. MicroStrategy down 3.5%. Are we going to get this to roll over and head lower? I don't know. We'll see. But, this could be. It's possible. Potential double top or something like that. A Batman pattern or something like that. You can take this out. Take this out. It's a downward facing. This is downward facing. It should be bullish pattern, but what you get is you'll get this Batman Batman pattern. And then the VIX is up a little bit today, 1.77 just today. So a little bit of volatility going up as some things pull back. But that's what I've got for today, guys. So that's where we're going to end it. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Special coupon code. It's over there in the corner. And we're doing a midweek update release here, probably late Tuesday. And this is where I share my opinions about everything. So if you're interested in knowing my opinions about individual companies that I follow, be nice to listen to that midweek update if you'd like. All right, guys, that's all I've got. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.